Yeah, my name is Josh Shillair. I'm the senior property tax attorney here at 1-800 Law Firm. So really, as far as we're just going to focus on the commercial and industrial here tonight. I mean, what are the big reasons you appeal your taxes? Why should you appeal? I mean, taxes have become a really significant expense. Even though some of the taxable values and assessments have gone down a little bit in recent years, it just doesn't track the market realities. If you're renting a property and you're relying on the income stream from that property, your taxes probably have become a disproportionate expense. In fact, that's driven a lot of property owners out of their properties or forced them to sell. A lot of property in Michigan has been overtaxed. And basically, you measure overtaxation by looking at the property and thinking, what is it really worth on the market? Because the law says the property cannot be taxed or assessed at more than 50% of its market value. And if your assessment times 2 equals more than what you really think the property is worth, then it's really time to look into, well, what's the real market value of my property? Now, a big reason for property taxes still being high, even though some of them have come down, they're still high now for maybe 4th or 5th year in a row. They haven't really tracked the market declines. That's because all your assessments are based on what we call a cost-less depreciation approach to value. They basically figure how much does it take to build this building, they're going to depreciate it based on age, and then they apply a factor to it that's based on sales. But the sales they look at are usually the highest end sales, the most expensive sales. In fact, I've even heard appraisers in hearings say, or the assessors in the hearings say, well, we saw these other sales and it just created a factor of 30% decline. That's just too much. I couldn't do that, so we left them out. I mean, they basically admitted to doing something illegal right there. For my purposes, it didn't affect anything other than I knew that they were way off on their estimated value. The property tax appeal process is pretty simple. It starts when you file on or before May 31st, 2012, that'd be this year. It basically leads through a discovery. There's a council conference. It goes on to pre-hearing and trial. Although 90% of the cases settle out before trial. And fortunately, the tribunal is beginning to catch up with their backlog. Before, they were about 3-4 years behind. This year, through the summer, they'll probably be 3 years behind. By the end of this year, maybe only 2 to 3. Our services, we do have very competitive rates. Our normal rate is 1/3 of the tax savings. However, if you pick up this little price list, we do have special prices here. If you register with 1-800 Law Firm, what we're offering to a lot of our new clients are these reduced prices. They're 8% below our normal rates. And we also, as Ari alluded to, we do have a pending appeal special. You know, I do like to jump in on appeals that other attorneys have handled just because I feel very confident that we can win those appeals. We can provide a better service. I can provide, personal service to you rather than just their assistant calling you up.